give the algorithm a chance to let people know we're on. So what's up, Joe? What's up, Casey Flint? What's up, K Dog? So good to see everybody. Tiffany's dang Joy B, good to see you. So welcome back, everybody, to Conversations on the Couch. As you know, we do these conversations nightly at 7 p.m. We talk relationships, romance, and just how to thrive in life. And so today, being Valentine's Day, we're going to talk about the benefits of Valentine's Day, even as a person that is single, or as we say, an exclusive. You can't see me. What do you mean you can't see me? Um, so they're saying you can't see me on TikTok. All right, hold on. I'm looking at myself. Let me turn it off and I'll turn it back on. So some of the issues with technology sometimes, but we're going to talk about being single on Valentine's Day, and we're going to look at it from a different perspective, a positive perspective, because it is not negative to um, to be a single individual, or as I say, being an exclusive. So give me a chance to turn them back on again on TikTok and see if this time they can see me. I don't know why they couldn't, but what's up, Gregory? Good to see you. So while they are getting loaded up again, one of the things, just wanted to kind of approach this from a fun standpoint. One of the things that I think about when we think about Valentine's Day, obviously, is it is very much commercial, right? Like we know that it's very commercial. We know that there, a lot of people are making a lot of money, making sales and promoting, their products and things like that, which I have no problem with. Like no problem at all. It is commercial. People are getting paid from it, so they've commercialized a feeling and they're profiting off of it. Totally fine, right? Some people might have an issue with it, but I think any opportunity that we have to invest in our relationships, to build them up, it's a positive one, right? So they may not do much all year long, but hey, on Valentine's Day, they decide they're going to go all in. Now, that's not my ideal approach. It's not what I would suggest to you to do, because I think that there's something to being consistent and showing up, right? And I think that Valentine's Day shows us that if you can do it the one day and you put forth some effort, you can do it in other days, right? You can start showing up. And so one of the things I put out early, I'm challenging you with this right now, that you can think about. I want you to think about what you could do for 365 days from now until next Valentine's Day, something that you can do each and every day. Think of a list of 365 things that you can do, something you can do, one thing, a day that you can do for yourself to make an investment in loving yourself. That can be anything from, I'm going to go treat myself to a cup of coffee. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go get a manicure one day. I might go get a pedicure, a massage another day, take myself on vacation. I want you to really actively think about loving you. And because oftentimes I've heard people say this, like they feel bad about being single on Valentine's Day, like nobody wants them. Forget that. Do you want you? Do you care about you? Do you love you? Because guess what? If you do, you can actually start making an investment in yourself that makes you even more attractive if you desire to be attractive to someone else. But if you think that somehow Valentine's Day or any holiday or birthday takes away from your value because you don't have someone, you're not ready for someone. Not yet. See, when you love you, what you do is you actually start teaching everybody around you. You actually start creating an environment around you that starts to establish your worth. Like, if you wait for somebody to come into your life for you to all of a sudden feel loved and appreciated and valued, that means that you missed out on the opportunity to love and appreciate and value your own star player. You got to love you. You got to be worth that. Look, if you're in that zone where you're like, I don't want to go out by myself and take myself out to dinner, that just feels weird, and I don't want to go to the movies by myself, that feels weird. Come on, you're missing out. You're missing out on you. You're missing out on your best thoughts. You're missing out on meeting people. Matter of fact, let me just tell you a little something. If you're always feeling so bad about being by yourself, you're missing out possibly on the opportunity to meet somebody that will want to be with you. This is why you need to go out on the walk. This is why you need to start the business. This is why you need to join the club. This is why you need to, go for the bike ride or do whatever it is that you do, because you never know. Listen how I think, right? I should probably write movies, because this is how I think. You go out and you're on your bike ride, right? And all of a sudden you see somebody, you're riding by and they got a little flat tire, and you stop. Hey, you need some help? Having a little conversation. Then all of a sudden, boom, you've added value to that person's life. Then all of a sudden, there's a connection. You start talking. Hey, you want to meet up and go bike riding? Like, listen how I think. I'm like, look, there's a possibility. It's possible that this next interaction could be the one. You start your business and then you go to the post office because you're going to go send out a shirt or something that you made, and then you meet somebody in line and, hey, what is it that you're doing? Oh, this is my business. I'm launching a shirt brand and I'm mailing something out. Wow, that's really cool. Having conversations. See, when we start thinking of the possibilities, we stop thinking of our limitations. See, people that think that it's so bad and detrimental and so sad that they're by themselves, you're missing out on the value, right? If I don't listen, I'm gonna tell you, I don't get sad because I'm by myself. Like, no, I like me. Like, I can go to the barn and do things, and I go saddle up a horse and I go riding. And the more I like me and enjoy being with me, the more I know who I do and do not want in the world with me. I like my peaceful world. So you know who I don't want with me? Somebody that's chaotic. Because I'm learning me. Like, I know, hey, I want to go to the Mexican restaurant, get some food to eat. I enjoy that. If I know that about me, that helps me identify who I want to be with. I'm going to have more fun and enjoy somebody that wants to go to the Mexican restaurant with me. Like, yeah, do you want to go do that? I like going on a cruise. You know who I'm going to want to be with? A cruiser. The more you know you, the more attractive you become. Like, you get to start to identify. And then here's a little hack, right? Here's a hack. Because we're not doing this, oh, woe is me, I'm so sad, I'm alone. Oh, no. We're not doing that. So here's what you do. You don't even have to spend a lot of money. You got to spend a little bit of money, invest in yourself a little bit. But this is super simple. You go to the dollar store, right? Perfect time. Because right now they have all those Valentine's Day cards. And then the next couple of days, all these stores, Hallmark stores, and all the different stores and shops, they're going to have all those cards and loving words and all that stuff. They're going to have all that stuff, all those decorations. They're going to have all that stuff on sale. So you go to the store, and I want you to do this. Go to at least the dollar store. At least spend $1.06, or that's not even a dollar store anymore. It's what, a 125 store, whatever it is. So you take a couple bucks, $3, it should be fine. Go to the store, dollar store. Go get yourself some cards, right? Go buy cards that are, you can get them with the picture on the front, blank in the middle. Go buy them, okay? And then buy as many as you want. And buy at least 12. How about that? Buy at least 12. And then so you buy at least 12 cards. And then once a month, I want you to write a note to yourself in this card, a real loving, kind message. Like, really appreciate yourself. Write it in this card. Boom, boom, boom. Write yourself a love note that you love yourself. That you think about your month. Like, I was so happy that I went out with you to dinner. And it might sound silly, like you're going to write yourself a letter saying, I'm happy I went out with you. Yeah, I want you to write it like you're talking to yourself. I had such a great time with you, blah, blah, blah. Then you put that card in the envelope, put your address on the front, put a stamp on it, take it to the post office, mail it. Why? Because in a couple of days, you're going to get some mail. And it is going to be good mail. It's not going to just be a bill. It's going to be mail with a loving message and a card from somebody that loves you. That's good, right? It's good to think like, I got a card in the mail that from someone that loves me. And at the bottom, you write from me. So you write yourself a letter. Send yourself a card. Encourage yourself. Appreciate the time that month that you just had. And then you just do, since you have 12 cards, you do one every month. And that means in the next 365 days, you have now guaranteed yourself that you will get 12 cards in the mail. Like you didn't have to break the bank, none of that. 12 cards in the mail. You can go as far as you want with it. You could send yourself a card with a gift card in it. Right? Like send yourself a card with a gift card in it. Hey, this is a $25 gift card, a $50 gift card, a $100 gift card, a gift card to spa envy or massage envy or whatever it is. This is a gift card. I want you to go treat yourself. And you're talking to yourself. Wouldn't you, why not? Why not set that kind of tone for yourself? And then, because what we're doing when we do this, we're developing our game. We're developing our strategy. We're developing a mindset and an approach to relating. And guess what? It will be so much more easy for you to do it with someone else when you've been practicing with yourself. It'll be so much more easy to write that letter to someone else and send it because you've been doing it with yourself. Like, is this too much to ask for? Absolutely not. This is good stuff. We are setting a tone. We're setting a mindset. We're creating a mindset so that this can happen. Like, and it has to be, the one thing for me is I'm going to always present something to you in the form of a challenge that you get to take action on. Not just thinking about it. Right? Like, all right, it's great to have wonderful ideas, but what good is it just to be thinking all the time? You're just thinking, you're just thinking of your adventures, you're just thinking of doing this. No, you got to stop thinking after a while, and then you got to do something. Because doing something actually makes a difference. Thinking is good, but thinking with action, like the thoughts are great, but the thoughts without any work, well, it's just a dying thought. It's just a passing thought. It's just going to come and go, and then it's out. So you start thinking about it. And I want you, while you're thinking, while I'm saying that, maybe you have an idea. Throw it in the comment section. What are other things that you could do? Like, put it on the calendar. We can build a romance calendar where you look at 30 days, right? You can pick out 30 days, 31 days, whatever. Write out one thing. I'm showing you how you can go about this pretty easy. 30 days, write out one thing for each of the 30 days, including the sending some mail. And if you duplicate that in each month, you don't even have to create 365 original things. I said 365 at the beginning, but you can create 31 and just repeat it every month. So you do each thing 12 times in the year. That's 300. That's going to be your whole 365 days. So if you feel like, oh, Brian, I can't come up with 365 different things for me to do. All right, come up with 31. 31 I love you actions that you can take. I should write a blog about this or something, right? So like, and really just map it out. But anyway, I'll work on something. But 31 different things, duplicate it 12 times. You've now covered every day of the year. And it doesn't always have to be like writing a letter or anything like that. It could be go for the walk. Right? It could be, you could do this. You could say, I am going to invest. I don't want you thinking that you're spending time on yourself. No, you are investing. This is an investment. You are investing time in yourself because you're expecting a return. I am going to invest 5 full minutes in the mirror, looking at my face and just like taking care of my face, putting on, like doing what you do for your face, like 5 full minutes of face care. You can break it down. Like, I'm going to do 30 seconds on this ear, 30 seconds on this ear, 30 seconds on this cheek, 30 seconds on this cheek. Like, just you map it out. I'm going to invest this time into just looking at my face, caring for my face, make it a routine. Some of you might say, hey, I already do that. But great. So add something different. Like, it's fine. Just you add something different. Make it something that you're not already doing so that you're now giving yourself a new thought. You're disturbing your old pattern and saying, I'm going to actually introduce something new. It does not have to be like any more than 5 minutes. It could be 5 minutes, but you got to know that you're worth it. And if you invest 5 minutes into yourself, 5 intentional minutes into yourself each and every day for this year, that's going to be a game changer. That's going to be a game changer. Someone said, I was told not to fantasize. Look, I don't know. I don't know what kind of word that is when they told you not to fantasize. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to encourage you to dream. I'm going to encourage you to take time to dream, to think of the most vivid, have the most vivid imagination. Oftentimes people say things like, be realistic. Nah, don't be realistic. Because be realistic means settle for what's in front of you. No, don't be realistic. Be unrealistic. Sit there and think of outrageous things, right? Like being realistic, somebody is telling you don't make a move. They're telling you go ahead and just be okay with what you have. No, be unrealistic. Be so dreamy and imaginative that you create an entire new situation, something that awakens your heart that you want to go for. Like, be so unrealistic that you say, I cannot stay in this situation anymore because my reality now is not what I'm looking at here in front of me. My reality is what I see inside of me. See, that's what we're really talking about. Like, you got to shift your reality. So many of us look at our current situation that our natural eyes see, and we say, this is our reality. No, that doesn't have to be the case. Your reality, what you see inside of you, can become your reality. When you start thinking differently and you start seeing something greater and then take action on it, you have the power to create a different physical reality. And it doesn't cost you anything. Well, I take that back. It's going to cost you everything. Some people say like thinking doesn't cost you anything. And that's why I needed to correct myself, because thinking does cost you something. For one, it's going to cost you the most important thing that you have, the most precious resources that you have. Thinking is going to cost you time. Time is there's nothing that we have more valuable than time. There's no dollar amount that's more valuable than time. No, time is most important. So when you begin to just say, I'm going to sit and I'm going to think, I'm going to create in my mind something different, something that I want, something that I aspire to, something that is going to move me into action. When you begin to think that way, that time is an investment into what you want to see happen and materialize in your life. I have a coaching group that I have, and it's a relationship coaching group with women that are preparing for Mr. Right. And we're going through and we're working through this. And some of our exercises will take time, and we're sitting and we're thinking like, okay, now picture this person that you want to be in a relationship with. What do they look like? Like, what is it that you see in this person? And we're thinking in detail because we know ourselves, right? And then we know, all right, if I'm this way, like I was sharing earlier, if I know I like Mexican food and going on cruises and I like jet skiing and water, and I know that I'm romantic and I like quality time and I like physical touch. And so if I know all these things about me, I get to create a picture of the woman that I want in my life. I'm like, she needs to be a woman that likes quality time, that wants to have adventure, that likes to be outdoors, not super outdoorsy, but we can go outdoors a little bit. And, I'm a three-piece suit guy. I want to suit it up sometimes. So look, I want you to feel good dressing up sometimes. So like, hey, but sometimes I'm in boots and standing in piles of manure. And so like, you don't have to do that with me, but guess what? If you want to boot it up and we muck some stalls together, or we load up some horses and go on a trail ride or something like that, it's all good. Like, that's all good. That's going to make for more moments of quality touches. And so what I envision now helps me to see who best fits into my world. And then I know if I can best fit into that person's world. Because if they're completely opposite of me, I'm saying, look, me and my dirty boots, we're gonna track too much mud in the house, right? Like I might smell too much like a horse for you to really want me in your life. And so we have to like visualizing. I guess some people want to call it fantasizing because they're trying to make it a negative, but no, the dream that's within you is real. It's worth cultivating. But all of it begins with a thought. Like, what are you thinking? Right? What do you think about yourself? And that's why I wanted to address that whole feeling like somehow you're lesser because on Valentine's Day, when people are getting rings and bracelets and all this stuff, you feel like you're not included. Oh no, you're always included in the love party. You are an exclusive. You are like, okay, I'm set apart for something, but let me cultivate myself. Let me bring myself to a greater place, even while I'm in this place of being single. And no, I'm not incomplete. I'm still whole. I'm still a whole person. I'm not lacking. I may not have this person involved with me romantically, but I'm not lesser for this situation. I'm set apart. I'm not being handled. No. It's okay. I'd rather be happy by myself than miserable with somebody else. Right? Right. And so, and it's all good. Like you get to develop from this place. But I say, while you are single, and if you want to, get into a relationship with somebody, move into that, love yourself along the way. Like, and love yourself big. Like, don't try to downplay it. Because I'm telling you, when you love yourself big, somebody will say, man, I, I would actually love to love her that way. Like I see how much she's loving herself. I want to up my game so I can take that love that she has for herself, and I want to show her just even a greater experience of love. See how you treat yourself, that when the right person is looking at you, how you treat yourself, that person is now seeing a standard that they want to take to the next level. They want to up your standard. They want to up it. They're not trying to bring it down. They see you loving you and they're like, I won't even approach them until I can elevate, till I can take it higher, till I can add something to it. Because man, she's doing such a great job loving herself. I don't want to take away from that. See, the right person, they only come to enhance the standard. They're like, no, we got to go to another level. If I can't lift you higher, I'm not going to pick you up. Like, so we look at it. This is why it's just so important. Like, so we get to really invest in this area. I think the problem is that we only plan the best scenario and we don't plan on how to get there. Right. That's right. That's exactly it. That's why being strategic about relationships is so important. Because the emotional part is so easy. But when you think about, all right, simple exercise of let me think of 31 things that I can duplicate for the next 12 months. How many people can really say, all right, I can make that commitment? Can you really be committed to the process? It's easy to say. That's why Valentine's Day works. Like Valentine's Day works because one day out of the whole year, like you get to put all this energy and effort into it. And then tomorrow, so many people are going to be sitting there. And even today, so many people are sitting around. They're like, well, I might as well enjoy this one day because I know after it's over, there'll be nothing or very little because there isn't a daily commitment. This is just like an interruption. You think about how many people approach Valentine's Day with frustration. They don't even want to do it. They just want to wait till the last minute, run to the store and grab something. There's no thought behind it. The other person knows. They're like, you don't act this way any other time. Like this, it rings hollow. I mean, one of the things, like I'll just tell you a little bit about me. So one of the things I do, like if I buy a card and like I'm gonna give a card, I write a message in it, right? Like, because now most of the time I just buy blank cards, and other times I just make my own cards. Like, here's something else you can do. Side note, you can go to like Vistaprint or somewhere like that, create your own card, put your own image on it. You can go to the regular like CVS and do it too. So you can create your own cards, put your own images and stuff on it. And you got your own card. You can write your own messages. But anyway, so I'll go to the store. If I'm buying a card, I typically like to buy a blank card because I'm like, I can create my own message. I can tell you how I feel about you without somebody else's words on the inside. Right. And here's the flip side. historically, like in a relationship with someone, like romantically, I'm like, look, if I ever give you a card and I just sign my name at the bottom, we got problems. You can know that we have problems. Unless I created the whole card, if I just sign my name on it, we have a problem. Because there should, for me, there has to be some level of personal connection that I, add to the card, because that person who made that card, they don't have my exact words and my exact experience. So, like, what I'm saying is, when you start looking at like how you want to approach relationships and be strategic about it, there are things that you can do and things that you can know and things that you can share with someone so that they even have a greater insight. Poems, writing poems, singing a song, like, there's so many things that you can do to create and customize your own experience for yourself and for others. And so you look at it like, all right, I can do this and be intentional about this. If 1 year from now you feel, you feel anything other than more love for yourself, that means you missed 365 opportunities. You missed more than that, but you missed 365 days of opportunities. Why would we do that? Like, we need to challenge our thinking around holiday love. Right? Like, we take a break from not working on it, not doing it, to have a holiday to do it. Like, whoa, let's do it. But I've always said, and any woman I've ever talked to will tell you, I've always said, if Valentine's Day is special to you, I've messed up. I have not served you well for the other 364 days. If you feel anything at all about Valentine's Day, I have messed up, and I've done a terrible job. That's my personal standard. I used to tell, when I was married, I told my wife, I was like, if you look forward, I was like, Valentine's Day is the one day you might as well not look forward to anything. Like, I'm just refusing for that to be a special day. Like, I want it to be anything but a special day to you, because I want the relationship to be such that you feel love like every day. If whatever your greatest experience was in your past with Valentine's Day, and somebody might have did all the, I'm like, I know, I need any random Tuesday to be that. I need any Thursday. I don't want that. And so, like, there are things, that I would do. Like, no, just go buy a lot of roses or whatever, spread them out all over the house. That's so wonderful, right? It's fun too. It's fun to think about. It's fun to strategize. And now, as an exclusive, as a single person, I'm not waiting. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go buy myself a dozen roses. Because why? I want to walk in and see some roses that, I want to see some roses too. I like roses. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna go buy myself some roses. If I wasn't being so good about, not eating sweets, I would have bought myself some Reese's, right? The heart-shaped ones. I've been like, man, I love you so much, I bought you some Reese's. And I know you like them, and I do like them. But I'm being good till March 15th. I'm like, no candy. So, it is what it is, right? National Single Appreciation Day. That's right. That's National Single Appreciation Day, right? Let's have it. Like, it needs to be a thing, right? We need to celebrate it, like, and we can celebrate every month. We can just have a monthly Single Appreciation Day, right? And then we need to shift the game, right? We need to make things just different. We need to celebrate our exclusiveness more, because it's good, it's healthy. In this place of being, when you recognize that you're a one, you're one, you're complete, you're whole. Like, no, we need to celebrate that. We need to work on it, and then we need to meet other people, and we need to build a strong community. And building a strong community, then people might start getting married off, whatever. That's great, good for them, right? Like, this. Look, I just, the fact that so many emotions get, twisted and torn because we stop being logical you know me, I oppose that. I'm like, nah, like, don't let somebody just emotionally manipulate you into making you feel like you're lacking and that you're lesser. No, 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 no. That's not. It's just not true. You are so complete. You are so whole. But we don't talk enough about and strategize enough about celebrating our individuality and how strong that is and how capable you are. And yeah, I'm all for relationships and being marriage minded and all that. But in the meantime, oh, don't miss your moment. I'm like, no, no, no. I was on my phone the other day, like looking up some trips because I'm thinking, oh no, I want to take a trip. I don't have to wait for I don't have to wait for somebody to be on my arm. No. Like, no, no, I can go have an adventure. Boom. I encourage you. This is a whole different topic. I'll say it anyway. I encourage you in the next 365 days to have at least one solo adventure. An adventure, just you. Don't invite anybody to go. Don't consider anybody going. Just you. A solo adventure. Do something all by yourself. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You might say, hey, I'm gonna go outside and camp in the backyard. Right? Like, great. Do that. Just have an adventure. Do something that you just do by yourself. And don't rush through it. Make it at least a day or a half day. Make it something that you enjoy, that you'll think about, that would inspire you. Like, yeah, solo adventures are great. There are different types of adventures. I'm like, go on solo adventures, go on friendship adventures, you know, like go on adventures where you're like service-based adventures. These are all different topics we can talk about at a different time, but the problem with me was that I didn't look around things on Thursday because I was sad. Wait, what does that mean? Yeah, so just want to encourage you to really maximize the moments with yourself. The big one, if you do nothing else, at least do this one. At least go buy yourself 12 cards, put it on your calendar on this particular date, right? On the 14th of 15th of every month, I'm going to send myself a card. 12 cards in this year. Like, that'll change the game. Oh, the problem for me was I didn't look around because I was always sad. All right. That was prior to this moment. If you were always sad prior to this moment, boom, this is a brand new moment. Right now, we're doing healing right now. And so for anybody that has felt sad and felt locked up in their past and like they weren't good enough and they felt alone, nah. Today, we are making a commitment. We're signing up for a shift. We're saying, look, now is my time. And I know, like, I can be very compassionate with you about the sad things. At the same time, let's realize that being sad is an emotion. And so we're going to do something intentional to shift it. Do something intentional to make you smile, right? So let's plan it out. Let's do something. If you don't have a card, get a piece of paper, write yourself a love note, a real special love note. I love love notes. How about, let me just tell you, I have this idea that I'm going to be sharing with you all, maybe. But I just love love notes. So I have like a love note challenge that I'm thinking about doing. Would you, wait, let me just ask. I'm just asking you right now. Would you do a love note challenge even without having the details? Would you do a love note challenge if I put it out there? Let me know. Because I want to see. All I need is one person to say yes, and I'll be like, oh, I'm doing it. So it doesn't take much for me. I see. Got my one yes. Thanks, Natalie. Mermaid Diva said yes. Melody Under Fire said yes. JB Darren said yes. Okay, that's plenty, right? Simply Paula said yes. We're good. We're good. Michelle said yes. So Love Note Challenge is on. All right. User 866-514-9791 said yes. All right. Good enough. So there we go. But so we're going to make a shift. Make an intentional shift. Whatever you're feeling today, And you don't have to be in a sad place or anything. But as we shut this down for the night, I'm going to ask you to do this one thing today before you lay your head to rest. I'm going to ask you to intentionally be so intentional about this. Do something that actually causes you to smile. I want you to do something that brings joy to your own face. That might be, it could be anything. Just do something that really makes you smile, that warms your own heart. Okay? That's my request. And I know Valentine is probably a wonderful person, and you got this whole holiday, happy Valentine's Day. But again, here's my thing. I'm like, I don't know Valentine. So it would be Happy Brian Day. Like, this is gonna be my day. Valentine was probably great, but this is my day. I don't know Valentine. Like, own the day. Let's not make this about Valentine anymore. Valentine has done enough. This needs to be your day. Okay. You know you. Happy, you need a you day, not just your birthday either. Happy, you insert your name day. Okay. Or name it whatever you want to name it. Happy Paula Day. Yay. Look at Paula. See, it's fantastic. Like, you make yourself a Happy Paula Day card. Not everybody, because your name isn't Paula, but whatever your name is, write yourself, put it in the card. Yeah, make yourself some cards. Somebody start a card business and like, we can send business your way. Come on, do that's an opportunity. Like, somebody's opportunity right there. Design personalized cards. I'm sure somebody's doing it, but somebody here do it, right? Let's have that. Put together a bundle, put together a package and say, hey, I'll put together a bundle package. So look, KMD, I have a card business. Look, there you go. KMD 1965. Right? You make your card business. There's plenty. There's space for this, because this is going to be a thing. This is going to be a whole revolution. So we're going to need more people having card businesses, and everybody's going to have their different styles, right? Some people might be abstract. Some people might have animals, whatever. But here's an idea. Come up with packages so people can buy I love you cards for themselves and others. Packages of cards, bundles. Here's a 12-pack. It costs this much, $5.99, whatever, $10.99. I can do it with gold foil, and these are $25.99. Sell a bundle. I'm just putting it out there for somebody, right? Because I'm gonna keep on sharing this. I'm gonna share this message a lot, so you might as well be on point, be there. So, but the point is, above all things, know that you, in whatever condition, whether you're married, whether you are an exclusive. Well, let me step that back. Even if you're married, you're still an exclusive. Okay, you're exclusive to a person. That's cool, right? If you're single, you're not married, unmarried, you're an exclusive too, because you're exclusive to God and your purpose, and like, you're exclusive too. You have excluded the masses. You're exclusive to purpose and being your best self. So you're exclusive to that. So, right? So that's how we're going to go about this. Keep this in mind. Like, love on yourself. Not just one day, not on just Brian Day or Paula Day or Becky Day, whatever day it is, or Jimmy Day, whatever day. Not just on this day, but let's make a commitment right here, right now, to love ourselves actively more. Intentionally, right? Intentionally, actively, purposefully. Let's do it. There needs to be proof of your love. Not just thinking, oh, I love myself. No, prove it. Prove it. All right. It's a wonderful thing. So thanks for being here. I'm glad that we had this moment to be together on our days, right? Whatever day you name it. I'm glad that we were here together and had this time. I am looking forward to seeing your expressions of love to yourself. If you put it out there, tag me in it, spread the message, right? Let's look forward to, now we're going to have a love note challenge. And so we're going to have that. That's going to be jumping. That's going to be fantastic. I have this idea. Hopefully you'll engage with it. But I'm convinced I'm going to do it now because you all said yes. So let's shut it down. Father, thank you for this day that you have made and given to us to rejoice and be glad. And thank you for the blessing of love and community and being together with all these wonderful people. I thank you for their lives. I thank you for their purpose. I thank you for the blessings of their life and everything that they bring to the world. I thank you for this opportunity for us to actually think about and strategize loving ourselves actively and intentionally so that our lives would produce even more fruit of love. That we could love ourselves first, set a standard, set the tone, create an environment around us which produces more healthy experiences of love. Help us in these next 365 days and day by day to recognize the power of commitment, the power of creating a plan to love, creating a plan to take action, not just thinking about it, but actually showing up, actually doing something that produces an experience with love. Help us to be more kind with ourselves and more patient with ourselves and to forgive ourselves of wrongs and more protective of ourselves and help us as we go through this process to learn differently how to love. Help us to love like you love, to be fully aware that this is a gift to us. This opportunity is a gift. And as we go, I pray many miracles would happen, that relationships would be healed and that marriages would either be restored or that they would start off brand new and that relationship standards would be elevated, family life would be impacted and improved. I just pray that businesses would prosper and people would see their clientele differently, that everything that is connected to building healthy relationships would be enhanced because we are being intentional, and that the one seed we sow would grow into an orchard of possibilities. I pray blessings upon each one of these leaders in love as they go our separate ways. As we go our separate ways, I pray that you encamp angels about us and keep us protected, safe from all danger, whether it be seen or unseen. Thank you, Lord, so much for these moments. Bless us as we go. We thank you in advance, counting our prayers as being heard and answered, and those that align with your will as being done. So we thank you in advance. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Well, another comfortable couch conversation. Glad that you were here. It's been fantastic. Now go and take action and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Okay. Make sure, do something on purpose. The mug, yes. We are a big mug people. Okay. You see it? This is a big mug. So thank you so much, Fatima. Yeah. Make sure you do that one thing. Okay. Do the one thing that makes you smile. Before you lay your head to rest, please do something to make yourself smile. Have a dance with yourself. Turn on a little music and just, groove with yourself. Really get into it. Like, you know what? I love me. Whatever. Do what you need to do. Make sure you love on yourself. Smile and enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm B.A. Shepherd, 2 P's, A-R-D, reminding you to be a shepherd. The world has enough sheep. I love you much. See ya.